everybody, my name is Benjamin Bloom. I have just witnessed Ipswich Town 2, Bristol City 3 in what we were billing the must-win of all must-win games. Lee Johnson, potentially his job on the line today. 4 losses on the trot, and a lot of people thinking the P45 might be coming with another one. Ipswich, the one, big chance, a home game, midweek, against a team below you in the table. Games coming up away at Forest and away at Stoke. And I must say, this feels like a very significant night. I think a lot of people today have perhaps switched from optimism to now expecting relegation to happen. I think a lot of people now will be surprised if it doesn't happen, whereas a lot of people were still fighting and still believing. But this feels very, very significant, and here is what happened. Paul Lambert keeps the same team once again. He started the same team in every match he's managed. For Ipswich, Bialkowski in goal, Spence, Chambers, Pennington, Knudsen, Skews in front of them, Chalobah and Downs make up the midfield. Edwards, off to the right, Sears off to the left, Jordan Roberts up front on his old Bristol City, a 4-4-2. Mayenpa in goal, Pisano right back, Callas and Webster centre backs, Kelly left back. Eliasson starts the game going down the right. Look out for him in the second half. Walsh and Pack in centre midfield, Brownhill suspended. Adelaken down the left in the first half, and it is Vyman, Patterson up front. Very sloppy start from Ipswich. They look really nervous. I know it's wet, windy, slippery, all of that good stuff, but 3 or 4 passes given away straight away. Eliasson feeds Walsh on the edge, right foot of Curlin. That one's going in the top corner. Good save by Bialkowski. 4th minute, so nervy from Town. Poor header out from Knudsen, then poor touch from Spence in his own box. Then he clears it straight to Patterson, who comes inside into the area and drives over. So nervy at the start inside the box there. Spence and Patterson driving over. 7th minute, good pressure from Edwards, charges down. Whilst it falls to Sears, 25 yards out. He hits a right footer low, just wide of Mayenpa's post there. Hits the post behind the goal, holding the net up. Bit of a weird one on 11 minutes. Lee Johnson in WWE terms with a forearm smash, it looked like, on Gwion Edwards into his box. I think maybe he just went to kind of shove him as he came into him, and Edwards kind of fell into him, and he ended up getting his forearm. Bit lucky there. Paul Lambert goes absolutely berserk, although I think some of that was just trying to charge everything up and, light the blue touch paper, so to speak. We get up to sort of 22 minutes. It's not very good. Neither team playing well. On 23, Roberts takes a yellow. He's late on Pisano. He's a bit irked about a previous decision, and that's not exercising self-control. And then the next 5 or 6 minutes becomes very niggly. Roberts takes that yellow, and then he makes 2 other fouls, and there's a good bit of refereeing actually. He's pulled across and told, look, I'm going to send you off the next one you do. Just calm down. But we weren't calm on 32, because Ipswich take the lead on 32 minutes. It's a really good goal as well. It's going to get lost in all the doom and the gloom at the end of this. Skews, who did have a good half, receives the ball, gets it out of his feet, drives a lovely crossfield ball right to left. Sears gets a good touch, and his touch puts him on the front foot, and he fancies this. You can tell with Sears sometimes when he smells blood. Really gets the sprint on. He's moving from the left into the left-hand corner of the box. Defender's backing off. He moves it to the right, makes space for the shot, and it's a right footer low into the corner. Lovely pass from Skews. Lovely goal from Sears, and it's 3 in 4 games at this point under Paul Lambert, so he can probably Hold his head up high, Sears. 37, dangerous free kick for Ipswich. Roberts sticks it into the wall from 25 yards. Knudsen long throw on 38, lands for Chalobah. He kind of throws a right foot at it and hooks it over. Last warning now for Spence, who's going to get a yellow card if he makes another foul. He clatters Adelaken. So we get to half-time. All very acceptable. Nervy start. Quality drops off. Then spiky and nasty. Then Sears. Quality for the goal. Much room for improvement. Not a great game, but I'm sure everyone who supports Ipswich would take a crappy, wet 1-0 win. Skews was excellent. This game did kind of suit him down to the ground, bits and pieces. Lots of chances for him to read the game, smell danger and make interceptions. He looked very good. Sears gets another goal, and a lovely bit of an example set by him just before half-time when he did a brilliant press all the way down the left wing, ran across the pitch and then chased it out. So I think people would be happy in that regard. On half-time, now, Jeju comes on for Bristol City for Adelaken, and probably the lazy narrative is, oh, Jeju comes on, that changes the game. That's not what's going to change the game. It's Eliasson going up to the left wing. So Adelaken comes off, Vyman goes to the right wing, and Eliasson swaps. So now you have Eliasson and Kelly against Edwards and Spence, and spoiler, that's where the game is going to be lost. So I don't know if that's a fortuitous move, just Johnson trying to get another forward on the pitch. I'm pretty sure Eliasson is left side. If you're a Bristol City fan, let me know. But that was the key, those two teaming up down the left-hand side. 48, Patterson's right footed deflects through to Bart. 50, long stoppage for Walsh. Goes in for a 50-50 with Downs. Ipswich actually shot for a penalty there, and he stays down. So some kind of pull, rip, tear, bang, whatever there for Walsh. Hope he's okay. Morel replaces him 2 minutes later. And no sooner as he got onto the pitch, the equalising goal for Bristol City. Vyman spreads it wide, right to left. It's helped on to Kelly. He fires it low into the middle. There's only so many times I can bemoan bad luck, but is it bad luck or is it just shite? Jeju is there. He gets something on it. The ball, I haven't seen this back from my angle. The ball is bobbling. Either it's going to hit the post or it's going to go wide of the post. Białkowski's glued to the near post. Now he's turned back. He's in an awful position. He can't get out of the way. That's the size of it. He literally needed to get out of the way. He flings his hand up, instinct, and pours the ball into his own net. I'm sure it'll go down as an own goal. I'd like to see it back to see whether the ball was actually going in the goal, but wow, it's a mess. But the atmosphere doesn't drop, and amazingly, straight back come Ipswich on 57. They're pushing forward. Downs, really good play. He fights his way through a couple of tackles. He gets it out to Knudsen. Knudsen puts the ball across the first time. There's a couple of chances to clear, and it ends up going out to Sears. He's on the edge of the area. He takes a touch with his right foot, gets it out of his feet, and great finish again from Sears. Low into the corner. It's 2-1, and you think, right, okay, you may have got the crappy goal against you, but here we come back. We're straight back in front. Surely that's going to kill off Bristol City now. And Sears, 4 goals in 4 games under Lambert. Any criticism I make later in this video, I guess Sears is exempt from. But, oh my God, this is so pathetic, it's not true. Just the game management and the lack of leadership after this kickoff is just fucking horrific. Oh my God. Get your team shape, sort it out. Just everybody win the next tackle. Bring someone down for a yellow card. Just don't let them launch an attack. Straight from the centre. It's down the left, come Bristol City. It's Eliasson gets past Spence. It goes to the back post. Again, I haven't seen it back. Patterson gets what I thought was quite a weak shot on it. Bart's behind it. He can see it. Okay, Patterson's unmarked. He gets hands on it. I don't know why he's not saving that. I really don't. Maybe I'm being harsh and I haven't watched it back, but the whole thing is awful. From the centre immediately, I don't know what it must have been 15 or 20 seconds it took them to equalise. Really, really, really poor. Stuffing is knocked out of you now. Okay, 60 minutes now, it's 2-2 and the atmosphere is kind of starting to drop. Now Kelly clatters Edwards. Knudsen is going to take the free kick. He curls an in-swinger. Chambers is arriving at the back post and it's really, really tantalising and he can't get anything on it. I don't know whether he got a pull on his shirt. Certainly the guys in the north stand behind the goal possibly thought he did, but my God. 63rd minute, you've been 1-0 up, they've pulled you back, you've gone 2-1 up, 54, 57, 58, the equaliser's gone in. So we're 5 minutes after that, and yet again, Bristol City score. They're gone down the left-hand side, predictably. It's Edwards this time, he's got in front of Spence, and it's almost like they're in his head now. He's like too deep. He stood right in front of him. There's no distance between the two of them. It's Kelly. He engages Edwards and you've got to stop this cross. In the end, Kelly tries to put the cross in with pace. It deflects up. And okay, again, there is a bit of luck because it takes a big deflection. But Jeju's the only one who follows it. Up it wafts in the air. He runs to the near post and just in he goes. And heads it in. Oh my God. Could be the 10 minutes that kills Ipswich's season if there was any life left in it already. Unbelievable. All three goals coming down the left side. Eliasson and Kelly. Spence and Edwards. Say no more. Lancaster comes in for Edwards on 71. The atmosphere's gone now. Absolute gut punch there. Hunt comes on for Pisano to Frenchen them up at the back. Spence finally gets his long-awaited yellow card on 77. He fouls Eliasson. Ellis Harrison comes in for Flynn Downs. Nice to see him back. So we have a 4-4-2 and Sears goes left wing, and unfortunately everyone kind of loses their shape now and it just becomes a bit messy. So the idea of just throwing all the attacking players on, hindsight is 2020, didn't quite work. There is one nice moment, beautiful ball on 81 inside the fullback from Lancaster, right to left. Really good pass. I didn't see that one coming. Unfortunately, it was to Knudsen. Knudsen gainly got forward, but you know, he's not George Best in those left wing positions. He takes the touch, ends up coming back on himself. He hangs the cross up, it's headed up in the air. Jackson with a kind of weak overhead kick straight into Mayan Pazans. That was on 81 minutes, and really that was it for chances when the 4-4-2 was established. Yellow for Patterson on Lancaster. There's a Patterson shot wide from 25 yards, and Jackson with a yellow on Hunt. And you can probably tell from my tone of voice that this does feel very significant. We looked at it and we thought, okay, you're 6 points adrift now. Get the win now. Give yourself something to go on. Two difficult games coming up. Forest away, Stoke away, and 1-0 up and 2-1 up, and just the nature of those goals. Okay, a couple of deflections into the bargain and an own goal there, but they just look so fragile, you know, so fragile. I'm not one for burying individual players, but it's not been a good time for Jordan Spence. The first West Brom goal, he was a bit culpable for that. The first Reading goal, and well, you tell me tonight, all three goals down that side. Sometimes people say that, or they all came down that side, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's all one player, but the evidence doesn't certainly look very good there, and it just has the air of a team that's going to go on and be relegated now unless something really, really drastic changes. I feel a bit sorry for Lambert. I don't really know what he can do about the mental fragility and defensive fragility of his team, able to concede on 54, take the lead again, concede again on 58, and then again on 63. I can't bemoan bad luck for the deflections, you know. forever. It is what it is, and Ipswich have gone into a must win game and lost. I don't have much more in the way of analysis really, other than to say, if you're an Ipswich fan watching this, if you're anything like me, your hope levels have dropped big style tonight. Ipswich fans, is that it now? Is it going to be too much of an ask? Hey, you know me, if we go to Forest and they somehow win at Forest on Saturday, I'll be on here banging the drum again. So all it's going to take is a win, but where you see that coming from, I don't know. The next possibly winnable game looks like Wigan at home, and that's the 15th of December. This, I believe, was game number 19, 2021. That'll be game number 22, and you've only got one win on the board. Not good at all. Let's talk a bit about Bristol City. 4 defeats on the trot. I don't want to sound churlish. They weren't that good. They were kind of squished out of it in the first half. Jeju made a difference, and being direct made a difference. Kelly's a good player and Eliasson's a good player, and they had a great 10 minutes just waltzing all over our right-hand side. All the goals came from down there. Don't know where it's going with Lee Johnson. Be interesting. Is this like the situation at Sheffield Wednesday, where you get a win, but then the next defeat, when it comes, people are going to be calling for it? I don't know. My primary concern at the moment is not Bristol City, but if you are a Bristol City fan, let me know what you think and where you're going after this. Sorry it's a bit downbeat tonight, but this feels like a decisive moment in the season. And on the flip side, it could have been really decisive the other way, if, having led twice, they could have held on and got the win. Wow, I'm gonna give up now and drive home thoroughly miserable. If you enjoy the content, as like I say, it's a bit more cheery than this, please give a thumbs up on the video. Get involved in the debate on Ipswich and Bristol City in the comments. Keep it polite. Follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom, and please do subscribe. I'll do a full championship review when I've had some calories and some sleep and I'm a bit more cheery tomorrow. Then we'll do the preview for the weekend, and I will be at Forest on Saturday. Of course I'll be at Forest. We don't ditch our teams even when they've won once in about 20 years. There we go. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching on a pretty decisively miserable night at Portman Road.